Namaste, this is Arpita from OYJ Studio. Today we're going to practice a sequence for lower back, hips, releasing the lower back muscle and creating more strength around the lower back and sacrum. Okay, so I hope you ready to practice with me. Let's go ahead and get started. We are going to need to have props, 2 blocks, a strap, a blanket, and definitely a bolster to begin with. Okay, so let's go lie down on your back. We're going to start with a very gentle, what we call a supported bridge. Keep a strap handy to you just in case. We're going to need it in a minute. But just start with lying on your back, coming into with supported bridge. You can keep your knees bent here and just kind of start to get into your breath. Notice your inhale and notice your exhale. And just taking a minute to kind of observe, how am I breathing today? How is my inhalation and how is my exhalation? Allow your breath to slowly start moving from the nostril down to your throat, chest, and then finally the belly expand on inhalation. And as you exhale, drawing that navel to the spine, the breath move up and out through your nostrils. Just taking a few deep breaths in and out through your nostrils. If it feels good in your body, go ahead and straight one leg at a time. Start with straightening your right leg. Notice how you feel in the front of the hips at this point. And then maybe the left leg. And just pausing here, keeping both legs straight, taking your arms up to the back of the mat and just simply stretch it out all the way from your fingertips to your heels. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw that right knee into the chest, bringing your hands on top of your right shin and just pausing here. Taking a deep breath in and deep breath out. As you inhale, go ahead and straight through your right leg and reach both arms to the back of the mat. And as you exhale, draw the opposite leg in, left leg in. Nice. Take another inhale, exhale here. When you're ready, go ahead and switch. Inhale, the arms are straight. And as you exhale, the right knee into the chest. Beautiful. One more inhale breath. And exhale it out. Take another inhale breath. Reach your arms to the back of the mat. And this time when you exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. As you inhale, extend the right leg straight up towards the ceiling. And use your hands to grab hold the back of your right leg here. Take your time, just gentle, making those joints circular, moving in a clockwise, counterclockwise, few times. Releasing the tension in those ankle joints. Nice. Take another inhale breath here. And as you exhale, draw ahead and hug that right knee into the chest and release the right foot forward. Nice. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Take a deep breath in first, and as you exhale, the left knee comes in. Inhale the left leg straight. Taking your time, slowly moving into the practice. Moving your rotation of the ankle joint here, clockwise, counterclockwise. Nice. Take another inhale breath. And as you exhale, draw that left knee into the chest. Beautiful. Extend the left leg forward and reach both your arms once again to the back of the mat. Interlace your hands here and stretch all the way from those fingertips all the way to those heels. Take another inhale breath. Nice. And then exhale, go ahead and release. Bend your knees. Lift your pelvis, slide the bolster, you prop out of the way, and just pause here. Take a second to just pause into the posture here. Make your legs mat distance, knees are bent. Exhale, we're going into windshield wiper legs, so very slowly. On exhale, take both your knees to your left side. Inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, take both your knees to an opposite side. Take your time as you inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, go to the other side. Taking that 6 count inhale, 6 count exhale. Going with your breath, moving in and out slowly as you can. This time when the knees are to the left side of the mat, just pause here. Reach your opposite arm. So reach your right arm up overhead and just take a pause here where both your knees are rolling to the left side of your mat. Take an inhale breath here. And as you exhale, come back to center. Nice. As you take another exhale, both knees to your opposite side of the mat. And then left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, towards the crown. And just pausing here, getting a nice stretch into the left side, the outer hip. Just kind of starting to warm up or wake up those big muscles in your body. When you're ready, inhale and come back. This time when you come back on an exhale, hug both knees into the chest. Do a little gentle rock your side to side. Take an inhale breath first, and as you exhale, pausing here. Take another inhale and move your knees a little bit away from your chest. So keep your hands on top of your kneecap. And as you exhale, draw them into the chest, Apanasana. Again, inhale, knees away from the chest. Feeling into that tailbone as you exhale. Hug those knees into the chest and you get a nice stretch into that lower back. And do that 2 more times, breathing in and breathing out. Very good. Start to feeling the relaxing of that lower back, lumbar spine. Next time when the knees are into the chest, just pausing here. Take a second. Pause here. And I want you to go ahead and roll to one side of your mat. Use your right hand to kind of press and come up. And we come up in a tabletop position. So if you need a blanket support, go ahead and grab hold of your blanket if you need that for your knee support. And find that tabletop here. Wrist and shoulders are in the line. Knees and hips are in the line. We breathe in here. And as we exhale, we sit back into the child's pose. As you inhale, come back into the table. As an end of the inhale, move that chest away from the belly. And as you exhale, very slowly, first drop on the forearms, torso to your thighs, and then finally sit bone comes down and your chin comes in. Let's continue this movement, breathing in. Take your 6 count inhalation as you come into that table. Chest away from the navel at the end of the inhale. As you exhale, forearms first, torso second. Sit bone lowers down and finally chin comes in. This time when you inhale, come back into that table. Tuck your toes as you exhale. We're going to go into that downward facing dog. So take your time as we arrive into that downward dog. We're going to move very gentle with our breath here. So as you inhale, come back into that table. And as you exhale, we sit back into that child's pose. And we're going to continue this movement. So you breathe in on a count of 6 into the table. And you breathe out on a count of 6 into that downward facing. Next inhale, you come back into that table. And next exhale, you come back into that child's pose. You're starting to feel a nice release into that lower back, hips, hamstring. Let's continue this one more time as we go in and out into this dynamic movement. The body starts to loosen up. There's less tension, less agitation in our body as we're moving in this dynamic flow. Next time, when you inhale, come up into the table. And as you exhale, let's all come into that downward facing dog. Take your time, baby step, front of the mat, and we arrive in a Uttanasana, forward fold. If you have your props with you, let's bring your blocks here. Have your hands on the blocks as you inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. And as you exhale, fold forward. I'm going to do this from the front so you can see the front view also. As you inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. And as you exhale, fold forward. Nice. Bend your knees, come in a chair pose. Always come first in a chair to support that lower back. And you look to rise as you come up. Mountain pose, hands to your heart center. And just pause here. Notice how you feel. How is my breath? Nice. Let's take an inhale breath. Reach your arms up overhead. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Hands on your blocks once again. Halfway lengthen through that spine. And as you exhale, fold forward. Once again, inhale, bend your knees, come up into that chair. You can have your arms up overhead this time, or you can have your hands to the heart center in the chair pose, in a Utkatasana. When you're ready, root to rise. Inhale allows you to lift up. And exhale, bring your hands to the heart center. Find that stability, grounding. Strong mountain pose. Nice. Take one more inhale breath. Reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale into that. Fold forward. This time we're going to move into the twist when you come in a fold. So inhale, lengthen halfway. You're going to bring your right hand on a block. Bring your left hand on a hip. Bend through the right knee first. Lengthen halfway on an inhale. And as you exhale, twisting, gazing to your left side of the mat. So you can keep your hand on a lower back. Or if you like, you can start to kind of take your left hand up and kind of start to gaze up towards the ceiling if you like. You always have an option to have your hands to the lower back and gaze down. Take another inhale breath. And as you exhale, we fold over, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen halfway. We do other side, left hand on a block, right hand to the lower back. You inhale first, lengthen, left knee bend. And as you exhale, you twist to your right side of your mat. Nice. Take another inhale breath here. Exhaling out. Another inhale, full inhale. And when you're ready to exhale, go ahead and bring both your hands down on a block and fold forward. Just staying in a forward fold, you can have your hands on the blocks or you can have your hands in a lace. Be mindful keeping those knees bent in a Uttanasana, especially when you have a tight hamstring, tight lower back. It's a good idea to always keep a micro bend in those knees. When you're ready, release your hands, bend through your knees, come in a chair, and then come up all the way. Hands to your heart center. You should be feeling really good at this point. Nice release into those hips, hamstring, lower back. Okay, let's come out. We're going to come into warrior one. You can keep your 2 blocks a little bit in front of your mat. From the front, we're going to go to warrior one. So we're going to keep the right leg forward and take the left leg back. We're going to combine few things here. So finding that Vira one, warrior one stand here. We're going to start with our hands to the heart center. As you inhale, I want you to bend through that front knee, come in a warrior one, lean a little bit forward, the shoulders come tiny in front of those hips, and then we take our arms out to the cactus arm today. So you can start here with the hands to the heart center, or if you want to come into that cactus arm variation, okay? As we exhale, we straighten our front leg, we hinge from the hips, we come long leg pyramid pose. So our hands can rest here for some of us, or if you have a block close by, bring your block and your hands can rest on your block. But we're doing half pyramid, so 45 angle pyramid pose. Okay, let's get started. As you inhale, bend your front knee, coming into that cactus with the warrior one. And as you exhale, remember you can be here halfway or both your hands rest on a block. I'll let you decide what works with you today in your body. Breathing in, warrior one, cactus arm, and breathing out into that 45-degree pyramid pose. Let's continue. Inhale here and exhale. Now find your long leg pyramid pose. Your spine is tall here. Your hands can rest on your front leg or your hands can rest on your blocks here. Keeping your spine tall from the back of the tailbone towards the crown, keeping that one line of energy here. Beautiful. Always be mindful to keep a little micro bend in that front knee. Nice. Hope you're breathing and not holding your breath. So focus on that deep breath in and deep breath out. Very good. Go ahead and bring your blocks a little forward. Take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, step the back foot forward as we come again in that Uttanasana, forward fold and bow forward. Nice. We bend our knees. We come back into that chair. And we loop to rise as we come up. And we bring our hands to the heart center. You close your eyes here. Just pause here for a second. Notice how you're feeling. Coming back to that intention. How is my breath? How am I feeling today? And then when you're ready, we switch side. We bring our left leg forward. Take your right foot back. Left is in the front. Keep your 2 blocks a little close to you. You're going to need it. And we start with, remember, hands to the heart center, cactus arm, warrior one, shoulders in front of those hips. As you exhale, you can bring hands to that front leg and hinge from the hips as you come that 45-degree angle. Nice. And we'll go in and out in that dynamic movement. Inhale here. And then exhale. Let's continue breathing in. You can just close your eyes and just go a moving meditation with your breath as you inhale and come into that cactus arm, warrior one. And as you exhale, you hinge from your hips. You come into that long spine, long leg pyramid pose. And you're starting to feel a nice stretch happening at this point when you come in a pyramid. Your lower back, your hamstring, your hips, your QL, get a nice juicy stretch here. Have your hands on your blocks here, coming in a long leg pyramid, finding that pyramid pose. Very good. Engaging that lower abdominal with each exhale to support that lumbar spine. With each exhale, the navel moves to the back body. Your spine is tall. And then when you're ready, go ahead and slowly take your time. As you exhale, both legs comes forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. We do a final chair pose as you inhale and come up in a chair. And as you exhale, we fold forward. This time when you come in a forward fold, let's just come straight down on a tabletop. Do you remember how we did this earlier? We exhale and go back into that child's pose. We inhale, come up into that table, and exhale into that child. Let's do this few more times, coming into inhale, table to cow, and exhale, table to child. This allows us to do a nice release, and when you're ready, I'll wait for you to meet me in a child's pose. You can take your hands to the lower back or back of the mat and kind of let go in a child's pose. If you want, you can use one of your block that you have and use that to support your head in a child. Let's do a few deep breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. Nice, take your time. Go ahead and slowly bring yourself up. Okay, you should be almost ready. At this point, we're going to go lie back down once again. Do you have your strap? Go ahead and grab hold of your strap. We're going to do a few things to counterbalance and then find our Savasana. So this is a short practice, as I mentioned in the beginning of a video. So let's go ahead and lie back down. You're going to hug your right knee into the chest, strap it up, ball of the foot. And then again, at this point, we kind of did this pose earlier on the poster, if you remember. So at this point, the body feels open, the back of the legs are much better, conditioned than how we were at the beginning of a class. So if it feels good, go ahead and straighten that right leg. And then you can straighten the bottom leg also, the left leg. Use your left hand to hold on to the strap. Take your right arm out to the right side of your mat. We're going to twist here. So take an inhale breath first. And as you exhale, take your right foot just tiny to the left side. So not twisting already, just a tiny to the left side. We're getting into the IT side of the leg. You're getting a nice outer hip IT stretch at this point. And then come back to center once again. Then do the same thing, tiny twist, or moving the foot to the left side, a little bit more. Again, back to center. And then this time, we're going to twist. So be very gentle. With each exhale, notice is the pelvis is rotating. So let the pelvis rotate. And then your leg is just following the movement of the pelvis as you come into this recline hand to big toe twist. It's such a beautiful posture. The energetically, it's a twist. It's a reclined version of a twist and great for metabolism, digestion. At the same time, it's lying on a mat, on the floor, reclined version of this twist. Take your time, take another inhale breath, and as you're ready, slowly come back to center. Hug that right knee into the chest and just pause here first. And then go ahead and straighten the right foot next to the left and just pause here. This is the time we come to the observation, how am I feeling? Your right should be a little bit different than your left side. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on the left side. So starting with the left knee bent, ball of the foot, strap it up, left leg straight up. You can keep a little bend in the left knee if you like. The bottom leg, the right leg is straight on the floor, right heel pressed down on the mat. Use your strap to hold on to your right hand to hold on to the strap. Take your left arm out to the side, take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, again, remember we're going in and out few more times, gentle movement. We just kind of go gentle movement, releasing into the outer hips, IT stretch. Nice. And then this time, let the pelvis rotate and leg just follow the movement of the pelvis as you come into this recline, hand to big toe twist. Take another deep breath here. And take another inhale breath. And then come back on the exhale. Bend through the left knee. Go ahead and release your strap on the side. Bend through the opposite leg. So both knees are into the chest. And just like we did in the beginning of a class, Apanasana, knees away from your chest on the inhale. And then exhale, they come in. Again, knees away from your chest. And exhale, they come in. Once again, same thing. Just going in and out with your breath. And then final time when the knees are into the chest, you can do a little gentle rock here, side to side. Do you remember how we start our class with the posterior, right? Supported bridge. So lift your pelvis and do a gentle supported bridge. And you can just kind of pause here, stay here. And you can use this gentle supported bridge variation to kind of stay in the Savasana. If you want to go into the classic Savasana, then after a few breaths, just kind of lift your pelvis and slide that bolster underneath your kneecap. And since you have the blocks in front of you, you can kind of use your blocks to support your heels, your foot here, and the bolster underneath the kneecap. You have a blanket support for your head, and just kind of taking your time, resting like this in a Savasana for next maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you don't have a 10 or 15 minutes, if this was a quick practice for you, then maybe a few minutes in Savasana. And then when you're ready to come out of the Savasana, we'll always roll to the right side of your mat. And you bring yourself up in Savasana. Come in a seated posture. Bring your hands to the heart center. Thank you so much for joining with me on this yoga class. I hope to see you next time soon. Namaste.